Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your travel god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Sunday night video. Right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down in my pants, otherwise known as the description box below. So, do that now. Subscribe to my channels, from this channel and my other channels. Right now, do it now! And if you don't do it, well, that's too bad for you. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos from the past, the present, and the future content, but don't leave stupid comments. You get sent to the Shadow Realm, beaten severely, and then Ozzy and Satan will come and eat your soul! So, don't do it, go do it somewhere else. And if you can't, that's your problem. And that's that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet, and don't forget to tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one, because you miss anything, well, you're pretty much SOL. You know what that means. If you don't know what it means, well, you got problems. And that's that. And for newbies out there, if you're coming to my channel for the very first time, you like what you see, what you hear, then hit that subscribe button, show my other channels your love and support, leave a comment, but don't leave stupid comments, because you're going to get blocked, and you're not going to be heard from again. So, that's that. You could be subscribed to me and leave stupid comments, but you're going to get blocked. But thank you for the free view anyway, asshole. And that's that. But if you're normal human being, and you like wrestling and sports and music and all that other stuff, then you came to the right place. So sit back, you relax, you grab your nice tasty cold one, and got some Gatorade, it's Thirst Aid, here today. Or whatever you're going to drink. Sit back, relax, you grab that cold one, put your stinky feet up, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, well, fuck you, man. And that's it. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, on this Sunday night, February the 15th, 2026, hope you had a great weekend, a great Valentine's Day weekend with your significant other. And today, probably taking the day off, or having an extra day to party, or whatever you're going to do today. Hope you had a great day. And, that's pretty much it. But if you didn't have a great day, then hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. My day was, kind of hectic, but I'm trying to get through it, you know, the struggles of life. But it is what it is. So tomorrow we got President's Day, where we have the day off and, relax and celebrate the presidents that came before us, all this shit. And then we go back to work on Tuesday. And for some of you people that go to school, you don't have to go for a week. Lucky you. But that's that. Enjoy your mini vacation. And that's that. Alright, getting some snow here tonight. About an inch. Maybe up to 3 inches by the time the morning comes. But it's going to be wet snow, so whatever we do get might evaporate a little bit to slush. And it's going to be an up and down week this week. So, we'll get through it, and before you blink, it'll be March. So that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, really quickly, got a couple of videos coming down the pipe tonight, hopefully. But right now, everything I'm saying right now is going to happen right now. What happened to then? Get the fuck out of here. You missed it, dick. You fucking dick lord. Get out of here. Get him out of here. Anyway, right now, ladies and gentlemen, on this Sunday night, it is time for your late and out-of-date WWE Smackdown review for this past Friday night, February the 13th, Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees Day. Woo! Part 1. We get 3 of them. He comes 3 times a year this year. We'll see him next. We'll see him in March, and I think later in the year. So you think he's gone? He's coming back. I always come back. So, we'll see Jason in, about a month from now to grace us with his presence. And, that's pretty much it. But, was the, pre-Valentine's Day show. So, most of the ladies were dressed in red. We had a dinner date with some flowers and some chicken nuggets and stuff like that. We'll get to that later. But we had some good action on the show, even though the show is kind of mid. most of the show until the end was kind of mid. And, that's all I gotta say about that. But let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Alright, we're 2 weeks away from, or as of this video, we're under 2 weeks away from the Elimination Chamber in Chicago, Illinois. The last stop before WrestleMania 42 in Vegas. And we got that. Alright, so we are emanating from the American Airlines Center in Big D. No, not that Big D, but Big D, Dallas, Texas. Scared them Cowboys that night. Yep. Alright, as always, our commentary team every Friday night. Joe Tessitore, the man who almost lost his voice last on Smackdown. But Joe Tessitore and my good buddy who plays a mean electric twanger. That's guitar for you dumb people at home. And that's the man from England, the great man that he is, Bad News Wade Barrett. And Joe, I got some bad news for you. So we got that. Alright, Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett on the call. And let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. Or as my ex-girlfriend would say, a little less talk and a lot more action on your show, Peter. Thank you. Ashley. Dumbass. But anyway. By the way, that is copyrighted. And trademarked. So. But it is what it is. Alright, let's get into it. Let's not waste any precious time that I already wasted, ladies and gentlemen. Get into the show, Peter! How about, fuck you, it's my show, not your show. Kiss my rosy red ass, Mahoney. And that's that. Alright, so we start off the show with lovely lady that she is. It's Tiffy time! Daddy! What? You see me on the show? Yes, you look great in red. Aw, Daddy. Yeah, my boyfriend didn't get me anything. That slat nut. He's not a slat nut. Yeah, he's a bastard. Just stuck with Marcel. And now he's with a beautiful lady of his own. You should have stuck with him, sunshine. Well, he didn't please me. It's okay. I got you your flowers, and I got you your stuff. Yeah. Go. Here's my credit card. Go to the mall. Go buy you something nice. Okay, Daddy. Bye. Anyway, Tiff Stratton comes out looking amazing, as always. Gets on the mic, says, I had the best rookie year anyone could imagine. Title reign galore. And it's time for her to get the title back. That means winning the Elimination Chamber, which is already in. And Mommy Rhea Ripley is in, and we got 4 more spots to go. But then, these big ladies, and that's Nia, Jax, and Lex Legend, Kick Shit Gun, they come out to interrupt. They got a tag title match coming up with, their name is Rio, and they dance upon my lap. And when they're done, they go and take a nap. That's Mommy Rhea Ripley and my third amazing hot Asian wife. Let's do it. Yo! So we got that. So they're out before the match to interrupt. Tiffy asks Nia why she's so obsessed with her, but Lash ain't having any of that. Says we're here to win the women's tag team titles. And Nia is going to win the chamber. Well, you have to qualify first. We'll see. Or we could just take you out right now. And then Rhea Ripley and Io come out to interrupt. Mommy Rhea Ripley says the two of them are going to the chamber. Well, Io has to qualify too. And, but Asuka's going to qualify. She has a match on Monday. We'll see what happens with that. Let me move on. So, Mommy's saying, well, we're going to the chamber and clear it out before fighting each other at WrestleMania. But for now, we're going to keep these little titles. Alright, so quick and kind of to the point. So, pretty decent pretty decent promo, 2.5 out of 5 stars. And we're off and running on Smackdown. Alright, go to break, come back with the title match, which was okay, nothing great, exactly 9 minutes. So it starts with Nia and Lash challenging for the belts. Nia shows off Io's drop kicks to start, an elbow to face, crushes Io's pretty face. But she picks up the pace, kicks at the leg. You're kicking a tree trunk there, Io. And then Io's double stomp to the ribs. Ow! Sets up a running knee from Mommy Rhea Ripley. Then Lash Legend comes in, but that's fine with Io, who hits an side moonsault onto both of them. And then she's like, crazy. Okay. And then she goes back in. Lash catches Io on top, and a Samoan drop. Ow. Puts her down as we go to another break. We come right back. And as always, the faces sometimes come back during the break. Mommy comes in off a hot tag, cleans house. Lash blocks a springboard Hurricane Rana, something you don't see every day from Mommy Rhea Ripley. But Mommy is able to hit a spinning DDT or something like it onto Nia, was effective. And a hell of a power bomb out of the corner drops Nia, and then Io with the over the salt. They're about to retain the belts, but Lash shoved Rhea into the cover to break the count, save the match. And then Lash takes Io outside, rams her into the announcer's table, you bitch. That's my girl. So Mommy goes to make the save, which is enough for the match to be thrown out. So match ends in a no contest in 9 minutes. And it was kind of 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, all hell breaks loose. The brawl's on the outside. Lash and Nia are kind of in control. They bring out a Slim Jim. Stop it, Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah. Get. Alright, so bring out the Slim Jim table, set it up. And Mommy has to fight them off the table. And then Io comes out of nowhere like a dart. And spears Nia. Oh no, it was a... No, she spears Nia through the table. Damn. And that's pretty much is it. And yeah, I don't Lash speared Mommy through the table, but or through the oh yeah. Lash sends Mommy Rhea Ripley through the barricade right after that. I mean, it was crazy as shit. As you, Sir Jay Briscoe. What's up, boy? Reach for the sky, boy. Look at that. And we move on. Alright, so Chaos on Smackdown. Let's see what happens with the women's tag team titles with Rio and Nia and Lash. That's that. Alright, after this, sadly, we have to go to Cody! MD Cody, you bitch! He's with Kathy Kelly by his stupid boss. Says he could go on a rant about what happened last week, or he could be the golden boy that Nick Aldis wants him to be. And pressure adds up on you over the years, but I'm 2 wins away from main eventing WrestleMania again, hopefully not. And he's all ready to fight later on, as he will take on Jacob Fatu, and Sami Lame. Or Sami Zayn. Let's go! No, that guy. So we'll see what happens with all 3 of them tonight. Well, not tonight. All 3 of them later on in the program. That's that. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we see Carmelo Hayes, the United States champion. Him. So he runs into Matt fucking Cardona and the man who got kicked out of catering, Apollo Crews. Yeah, he still goes here. They would love to be in the U.S. title open challenge, but Carmelo says, well, that's fine with me, but right now, it's closed because Ilya Dragunov has a shot. So he keeps walking. Well, he says, well, after I do this, I'll open it, or whatever. So anyway, he keeps walking, runs right into the The Miz. He says Melo is testing his 3 core values, which is master, inspire, and zone in. That's 3 words, dude. That's 2 words, dumbass. Miz wants to teach Hayes a lesson. Carmelo hopes Miz teaches better than he wrestles. Ooh. And kind of walks away. And then Matt fucking Cardona and Apollo Crews come in and start mocking him, saying zone in was one word instead of two. And then Miz like, there was a hyphen in it! What are we, in 3rd grade? Come on now. Sesame Street is brought to you by the hyphen. And the number 6 and 9. I digress. And we move on. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's that. Alright, then we get a video from Mr. and Mrs. Block. That's Aleister Black and his hot wife. Oh, she's so hot. Zelina Vega. Who, well, Aleister doesn't really seem done with Randy Orton's monotonous voice. And then Zelina wants to take out Ms. Bliss, Alexa Bliss, and the Women's United States Champion Julia in a qualifying match so she could go on to the Chamber and go on to WrestleMania, possibly. Let's see what happens with that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, Melo is here for his U.S. To defend the U.S. title against Ilya Dragunov, but he gets on the mic, says he's on a roll lately, has a chance to make WrestleMania, so he's going to start going there next week in a qualifying match. I believe, who's in that? Melo, I think it's Melo, Trick, and Bobby Priest. Oh, that's good. Any one of them, I'll be fine going into the Chamber, but we'll see. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so Ilya's there. They're about to start the match, but wait a second. Solo Mibuki and the MFTs. They all come out. You know, the Girls of Destiny, Tamataga, the Resident Gremlin. Yeah! Get that man to Snickers. Fast. And Tamataga's there, Tangaloa, Hikuleo, and GC Mateo. They're all there. Solo wants the title shot. Well, Solo's like, I want my title shot at the U.S. title. But Dragunov brings up the MFTs abating him last week. Kinda true. So Solo's like, I don't give a shit. And then Hayes like, hey, I was gonna come in and come out with 1 belt. Maybe I'll leave with 2 belts. So he challenges them to a tag team title match. And Solo's like, hey, shut up. And then the entire MFTs come in, they take them out, and then Apollo Crews and Matt Cardona come in, but still, it's pretty much a 5-on-4 beatdown. So Shinsuke Nakamura comes out, and they clear the ring, and then good old Nick Aldis comes out. We have a 10-man tag team match, player, and if you don't like that, you're gonna go one-on-one with The Undertaker. Pretty much. Alright, so I gave that little part segment 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, go to break, come back. With the match, we have Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, Shinsuke Nakamura, Apollo Crews, and Matt fucking Cardona taking on Solo, Hikuleo, Jeff Cobb, or GC Mateo, and the Girls of Destiny, Tamatanga and Tangaloa. Pretty decent match. Starts with Apollo chopping GC Mateo down in the corner. Hands it up to Matt fucking Cardona, works on the arm. Tangaloa comes in, gets middle rope drop kick, but brings in Tamatanga to take over. Yeah, the Gremlin comes in. A face plant gets Cardona out of trouble. And a diving hot tag to Ilya Dragunov brings him in. And we got a chop fest going on. Puts Tangaloa in the corner. But JC Mateo with a distraction. And he knocks Dragunov off the top. Ow. And then the MFTs are in control. As we go to break, we come back. Dragunov has to fight out of a 1905 chin lock. Brings in Carmelo Hayes for the fast-paced comeback. And then everything starts breaking down. Cardona hits some Rough Riders. I hope he wrapped up. Anyway. But Hikuleo comes in. And Apollo Crews, Matt Cardona, and Shinsuke are able to knock him to the floor. Cruz hits a running flippy and doo. And then Ilya with Torpedo Moscow and the H-bomb on Jason Mateo. And then Mello hits the first 48. Goes up top looking for nothing but the bottom of the net. But gets shoved into the Samoan spike. That had to hurt. Only for Dragunov to hit Torpedo Moscow on solo. But Tamatonga comes back in. I guess he was the legal man. I didn't know who was, but Tamatonga comes back in, hits the cutthroat or the spirit bomb. Not the spirit elbow, whatever he calls that. Ricochet calls that. So hits the cutthroat. 1, 2, 3. The MFTs get the win in under 12 minutes. Match was decent. 3 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, the lights go out. Sabu! No, not you, Sabu. You stay there. The lights go out. The Wyatt 6 pop up in the skybox. And Soul's like, oh, look, I got your lantern. So, that situation is continuing. We got more with that later. So, that's who. Let me move on. Excuse me. Alright, after that, we get a look at Charlotte accidentally, or so we thought, accidentally eliminating Miss Bliss from the Royal Rumble. So we go to Charlotte, apologizing to Lexi, ask her to be her Valentine, complete with black flowers, and an autographed photo of her. But it's to me, from you from me. Some weirdness there. And she's like, I'll even be in your corner in an effort to woo her. Woo! Sounds weird. Okay. So Alexa's like, okay. The whole best again. And we get that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, after that, this segment was funny as fuck. Poppy Priest and our fool, they're in Nicholas Aldis' office. Aldis says Priest is in the Elimination Chamber qualifying match next week with Mello and Trick Woody Shamon. And then our good friend, Kit Wilson! And then he doesn't like people that are toxic! He comes in, and he has a book with him. I wonder what is in that book. Well, poems, everybody! The 90 Records of some poets! So, we're gonna get a poem from Heidenreich. No, not from Heidenreich, thankfully. Michael Cole might have to, get out of there. Quick. Shit. Anyway, a poem from Kit Wilson about Nick Aldis being toxic. And then R-Truth finds it kind of funny, and even Poppy was freaking breaking character. It was funny. So he starts rhyming about Wilson getting beaten up. And then he's like, camel toe! I'm like, what? It was just weird. It just ends with camel toe. I'm like, okay. It was hilarious, but yeah. We get that. So, and then Kit's like, toxic! And he leaves. It was great. 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Alright, after the break, we come back with another Elimination Chamber qualifying match. We have Miss Bliss taking on Zelina Vega and Julia with the lovely Kiana James, resident accountant, at ringside. No title on the line here, obviously. Alright, they go for rapid-fire fruit roll-ups to start. And then Lexi gets sent outside. A belly-to-back suplex drops Zelina Vega. Julia stomps her down. Lexi comes back in for a choke shove. And Zelina takes her down with a meteor off the apron. As we go to break, come right back. Lexi's in trouble in the corner before Julia takes Zelina up top for a butterfly superplex. Nice. They all go up top now. Zelina belly-to-back superplexes Julia. Ow. And gets dropped by Alexa Bliss. Julia somehow gets the knees up to block Twisted Bliss. And then knees her in the face. Goes to the Northern Lights bomb. It hits. She's about to go for the win. But Zelina made the save. And then she knocks Julia to the outside. and then tries to run the ropes. I think she was trying for a dive to the outside to Julia, but Lexi intercepted it, hit Sister Abigail, DDT, boom! 1, 2, 3. Miss Bliss goes on to the chamber, and she will be in it with Mommy Rhea Ripley and Tiffy Stratton. And that's pretty much it. Decent match, 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. We move on. Alright. It's Tiffy time once again. She's in the back, meets up with Big Mama Pump, Jordan Grace. Two of them agreed that they would love to face each other at Mania. I'd like to see that match. So Jordan leaves to get ready for something. And then, Chelsea Green, Madam President. She, strolls in, riding in a wheelchair next to Alba Fire due to her foot injury, her really horrific foot injury. But she wants to come in and she wants an apology from Tiffy Tiff for injuring her. Tiffy says, well, if you want one, you should step up and, wait, you can't do that, so never mind. So she goes to leave, and then, Chelsea tells Alba, get me out of here. And that's pretty much it. We move on. Whoops, I went ahead of my notes. Alright, we got a video for Cody and Jacob from Saturday's main event a couple weeks ago. So we got that. Alright, then we go to back with Rey Fenix. He's warming up for his match against Trick Willie Shawn. But then Sami Zayn comes in to tell him to teach Trick Willie a lesson. Then he talks about Rey Fenix's words from last week. He says, I wasn't all there last week. Thank you for the kind words. And then Rey's like, you gotta do it, say. You gotta win the big one, say, pero. Maybe, we'll see. I was hoping he'd win, but we'll see. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Alright. Alright, after that, we go to break. We come back with our next match. Trick Willie Shawn. Whoop, that trick. What? Whoop, that trick. I like it. Alright, so Booker T says that. Alright, before the match, Trick is on the mic and mocks Sami. Says he'll win here before going on to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. And then Rey Fenix comes out. Animo. That's something like that. So it's also with Rey knocking Trick down a few times to start. Gets it a kick out of the corner. Trick is right back with a spin kick to face to drop the luchador. Then a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker sets up a jumping neck breaker to drop Rey Fenix, followed by a clothesline. We go to break, come right back. Phoenix kicks his way out of trouble, including a springboard kick in the corner. Then he hits the Eddie Guerrero frog splash. You like that one, Eddie? Yeah, it was alright. Not great. His name is Rey, so it doesn't count. Exactly. Rey Mysterio, that pendejo Rey Mysterio wishes he could do something like that. Okay, Eddie, we know. He's a pendejo, I know. I get it. Okay. Anyway, so he hits that for a near fall. Big springboard flippy dippity doo. Put Trick down on the floor to get back in. Rey puts him on top for a jumping double stomp to the back of the neck. Ow. Then he runs the ropes and charges into the Trick shot. 1, 2, 3. Trick Willie gets the win in just about 12 minutes. Decent match, 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. So Trick beats Rey Fenix again. This is the 3rd time in a row we beat him. I could be wrong. We get that. Alright, we go to back. We see Mommy, Rhea Ripley, and Io a little bit banged up from their hellacious match with Nia and Lash Legend. Julia and Kiana James come in and threaten them. And then Julia has to be dragged away. I think because Io was trying to go after her. Let him go! And then Jade Cargill, the Smackdown Women's Champion, comes in. They have a little stare down. I don't know what that's about. We got that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on. Alright, after that, we get a video for Big Mama Pump, Jordan Grace, and Jade Cargill. Gonna be a big fight feel. We got that coming up. After that, we get a video from Jacob Fatu Yamin. He knows what it's like to be locked up with no one to hear you. Not scared of the Elimination Chamber because now there's a WrestleMania sign to point to while he's locked up. So we'll see if he gets there or not. That's that. 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go to the Smackdown Women's Championship match. Jade Cargill defending against Jordan Grace. A pretty decent match. But before we get the opening bell, the Judgment Day come out. We had Raquel Rodriguez. We had the Royal Rumble winner, Liv Morgan, and her boyfriend, Dominic. Get in on this! That's double champion. Oh, the Sucio himself. Oh, Dom, the Intercontinental and Triple R Mega Champion, Eddie's son. Eddie, it's your son. I know it's my son. What's wrong with you? Nothing wrong with me. Just saying. He treated Liv very nice. To a nice little dinner date with some chicken nuggets. You saw that? He could have done a little bit better on the date. He could have went to like Applebee's or something, not get chicken nuggets. He could have got a big steak, Biddle. Dom. Maybe next time go to Applebee's, get a big old steak. Because real men eat steak. Just saying. Real men eat Wagyu steaks. Every day. That's right, Roman. Put up your ones for the tribal chief and acknowledge him. And acknowledge me and the prophecy as well. Every day. So anyway. So they come out. They have a little Valentine's Day on the outside of the ring eating chicken nuggets. They didn't look like they were cooked. Because they were like eating. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck. They're throwing food. They're wasting food. I wonder who cooked that. Or did they get it from like Wendy's or someplace? I don't know. Anyway. Blah, blah, blah. So they start the match, and Jordan and Jade fight over a basic lockup. To start, Jordan jumps on her back with a 1905 sleeper hold. They go to the outside, they fight a little bit. Jade forearms the ring post. Ow! That hurt a lot. But manages to backdrop her on the barricade. Ouch. And then she starts glaring at the Judgment Day, who just like, go in the ring. Throw the freaking nuggets at you. Anyway. We come back, Jordan tries a backslide, but rams Jade into the turnbuckle instead. Ow. Then a spine buster drops the champ, goes right back with her own version of a spine buster. Alright, so we got dueling spine busters. And then some brute roll-ups give Jordan a near fall. She plants Jade with a power slam. They get up, they slug it out. Jordan wins that, tries a torture rack. I don't know if she's going to try for the torture rack, flippy windmill, whatever finisher she has. Jade slips out of that, hits a pump kick right to Jordan's face, then hits Jaded, one arm Jaded. That was very impressive. Most impressive, Jade. Most impressive. I loved it. I think the crowd was going, what? She's Jade. Oh, sorry. Jade. She gets the win in basically 10.5 minutes. So Jade retains the title, and then basically goes up to Liv, says, if you pick me, this is what's gonna come to you. And we'll see. I don't think she'll pick Jade. I think she's picking Stephanie Vercur. That's the way it's going. But you never know. We get that. As far as the match, it was 3 out of 5 stars. That wasn't that bad. Alright, then in the back we have, sadly, once again, the sad man, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, still on that box that I think that was still marked NXT. He ran to his hot white Candice LeRae that he has nothing left. Well, he doesn't have Ciampa anymore. Hey, maybe you should just leave and go to AEW. Take Candice with you. Anyway, so Candice like, I'm right here, you know. And so basically, Gargano's like, I'm done. Candice says, I'll fix this, and then wheels him away. I wonder where they're going. And then Fraxium, A-Kid, and Ben Frazier, they meet up with the Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah, they still go here too. Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, who are kind of amused by that. They're like, oh, that's funny. And then the MFTs show up. They don't like being stared at. And say, hey, you guys, get in the back of the line. And then they go into their locker room. And then we see a Wyatt 6 inspired drawing made by the man who knows how to draw. That's Dexter Loomis. Of Solo. With, his mouth is like wide open. We see the lantern, basically. So Solo's like, crumpets it up. Ah! He's not pleased. I'm not pleased with that. Okay, Miss Lord Vader. Okay, calm down. Can't believe it, I'm surrounded by assholes! Yo! Keep firing, asshole! Okay. Spaceballs, the greatest movie ever. Moving on. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we see some stars went to the National Medal of Honor Museum early in the week. Big deal. That's that. Then we get a video for the Ruler! Who? The Destroyer! Who? The Bringer of War! Who? Oba! Who? Ferry. Get that? Then we go to Nick Aldis' office. He is about to offer him a contract to be on Smackdown. But before he even signs it, once again, Kit Wilson. He comes in. Aldis says, you're interrupting us again. And then Kit's like, he sees Oba. He's like, oh shit. And then Aldis like, when you had there, Kit, you have another poem to read to us? I'm gonna read it. So Aldis like, grabs the book, and it's a poem about Oba being a little man. And, kind of disses Nick Aldis too, a little bit. So Oba's like, oh, is that how you feel? And Kit's like, that's exactly how I feel. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Because Oba's like, why don't you prove yourself next week in a one-on-one match? And then Kit's like, toxic! And he leaves. So, next week, we get the funeral for Kit Wilson. So all that hype goes bye-bye next week. Oh well. We move on. 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Alright, then we get Papucho Drew McIntyre, the undisputed champion. Not worried about anyone who's qualified for the Elimination Chamber. That's Randy Orton and Eli Drake. Well, anyone wants to qualify later. That includes Sami Zayn, who comes in and thinks that Drew still hates him. But in reality, Drew's like, I actually like you and I want you to win the match because you earned it. And maybe, just maybe, we'll do this again at Mania for the 13th time. Because, Drew is 12-0. So Sami's like, so Drew leaves, and Sami's like, huh? Alright, so we get that. 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Then we go to your main event of SmackDown. Elimination Chamber match, qualifying match. Sami versus Cody versus Jacob. Good match. Good match. Wild ending, but not the way it should have ended. But anyway. So it starts with Jacob super kicks Sami to the floor. Then follows up some shoulder blocks to Cody in the corner. Goes for a backsplash. Miss. No one to prove for you, sir. Sami's back in to knock Cody to the floor. Big running flippy dippity-doo takes out Cody and Jacob as we go to break. Come back. Cody power slams both of them. Hits the disaster kick for a near fall on Sami. Jacob gets back up with a handspring moonsault to Sami. And a backsplash to Cody. And he's the only one standing. Then he does like yeah stuff. Hits the running ooh maga attacks in the corner. Sammy gets caught in a pop-up Samoan drop. Cody has to make the save on the pin. Go to another break, come back. We get a double superplex, drops Jacob. And Sammy and Cody get up, they slug it out. Sammy wins that with an exploder on Cody in the corner. Ow. Jacob gets back up. A running boot sends Jacob to the outside again, which leads Cody to walk into a blue thunder bomb. And as we all know, Sammy was about to get the win, because sometimes he wins with that. But Jacob gets in, goes up top, dives into Ray's knees. Not Rey Mysterio's knees, I'm saying Ray. Raised. Which allows Sammy to with a small package on Jacob for a near fall. Cody drops Sammy. Jacob runs him over, hits Sammy with a triple jump moonsault. And then out of nowhere, Babucho, Drew McIntyre, breaks the pinfall up and sends Jacob into the ring post because it's a triple threat match, no DQ. Then he takes Jacob, powerbombs him through the announce table and broke everywhere. Shit. Then he goes inside and claymores the fuck out of Cody. And freaking Joe Tessitore is about to lose his voice. I can't believe the timer! So Sammy has his arm over Cody. The referee is, I don't know what the referee was looking at. I think he was trying to see if Jake was still alive. He finally comes back in. 1, 2. Cody, the Cena wannabe, kicks out at 2. And Drew, who left, he thought that the match was over. And he's like, son of a bitch! He runs back to the ring, hammers away on Cody, and then Sammy, out of nowhere with a hell of a kick, knocks Drew down and out of the ring. And then Cody catches him with Crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. Cody goes to the chamber to be with Eli Drake and Randy. So next week will be Mello. Yeah, next week will be Mello, Trick, or Damian Priest. And I think they got one on Raw as well. So we're gonna get entrant number 4 and 5 next week. And I think there's gonna be a second chance match on Raw and SmackDown the following week, the 23rd and the 27th. So we're gonna get everybody in the chamber by the end of SmackDown next Friday night. So we got that. Under 22-minute match, wasn't that bad. 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. And nothing after that. Yeah, nothing after that. Cody celebrating. Drew's like, fuck! Jacob's like dead on the floor. So that's pretty much it. So that is SmackDown. I thought it was pretty mid. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to give SmackDown, a lot of people, I don't know why people are giving this 8s and 9s. It wasn't that great. So I'm giving SmackDown 6.5 out of 10 stars. But now we know what you motherfuckers thought of the show. Down below in the comment section, and like Willie would say, let's talk about it. And that's that. Alright guys, I'm going to go have my sister with dinner in a little bit. But I will be back a little later, probably about another hour or so later, with your TNA Impact Wrestling review and No Surrender thoughts right here on the Kill Demons channel. So we get that, and then maybe later we'll talk about Ring of Honor. We'll do Grand Slam Australia tomorrow, sometime in the early to late afternoon. So 4 straight videos right here on the channel. So hit that bell on this channel and also my other channels as well, so you don't miss anything else that comes your way. So we got a lot of videos coming on this channel, even your Raw review tomorrow night. So probably 5 straight videos coming your way. So we got SmackDown, TNA, Ring of Honor, Collision, well, really Grand Slam Collision, and then your Raw review. 5 Resident Evil 5. 5 videos coming your way right here on the channel in the span of a day and a half. So let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Please hit that bell. And we keep going until maybe around July. We'll see what happens with that. I might take a long break from the internet from there. We'll see. I might take a summer vacation by then. I'm not sure yet. But hopefully, should be good till July, and then July, like the middle to end of July gets a little bit weird with my work schedule, so we got to see what happens with that. But right now, we're going full steam ahead. So, that's that. So hit that bell, subscribe to my channels. Getting close to 1,100 subscribers on my PG Ranch channel. Almost at 800 on my Rant channel. And we're slowly building up to 700 on my Metal Guy channel. And on this very channel, a little stuck with that in the Shadow Slave channel. So, subscribe to those channels and let's get those subs up a little bit. And hopefully by Easter, we'll hit 1,100 subscribers on the Peter Joseph channel and 800 on the Rant channel. Maybe 700 on the Metal Guy channel. And then hopefully with this channel, we'll get to about 1,300, hopefully by the end of the summer. We'll see what happens with that. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Going to have some din-din, and then watch a little TV, and then I'll be back with your TNA review for this week. And that's that. Alright, until next time, my friends. If you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. And that's it. But until next time, peace.